Hello viewers, now we are going to entering into a second part of multi-rate signal processing, which is a part and parcel of digital signal processing. I had already completed a part 1 of multi-rate signal processing. In that part 1, I had discussed the introduction of multi-rate signal processing, what is meant by upsampler, what is meant by downsampler, what is the process of decimation, what is interpolation. All these I had already discussed in the part 1. Now we are going to discuss about sampling rate conversion by a rational factor I by D. Okay, it is a part 2 of multi-rate signal processing. In this particular session, we are going to discuss sampling rate conversion by a rational factor I by D. Okay, basic idea. Why we need for sampling rate conversion by a rational factor? For example, it is an input sampling rate, it is an output sampling rate. If you wanted an output of 16 kHz, we are upsampling by a factor of 2. Okay, we are upsampling by a factor of 2. Here we are going to give an input as 8 kHz as a frequency. We are going to get the output 16 kHz by inserting an upsampler of a factor 2. Okay, in case of upsampling or downsampling, we are using only integer values here. Okay, we are only using integer values here, but today our topic is sampling rate conversion by a rational factor, that is I by D. Okay, I by D factor. See this picture, this particular black diagram. If you wanted 10.5 kHz as an output from 8 kHz, what we do? It is a basic idea involved in if you want to get a 0. kHz, if you want to get a rational factors as an output, we are going to use this sampling rate conversion by a rational factor. See here it is an 10.5 value. If you wanted to obtain this type of frequencies, we are going to use sampling rate conversion by a rational factor. Okay, normally we are using interpolation and decimation operations. Actually, in that we are using only integer values, but it is somewhat differ from that particular ideas. Okay, it is the basic idea involved in sampling rate conversion by a rational factor. Okay, next it is a simple block diagram. In case of sampling rate conversion by a rational factor, we are cascading the interpolator as well as a decimator. We are cascading both interpolator and decimator. I had already discussed about interpolator. What is meant by the interpolation process means the process of increasing the sampling rate by a factor of I is called as an interpolation. What is an decimation means the sampling rate compression of a signal is known as a decimation, or we can also say as the process of reducing the sampling rate by a factor of D is called a decimation. In decimation, we are using decimator. In interpolation process, we are using interpolator. Okay, see this block diagram. For obtaining sampling rate conversion by a rational factor, we are cascading both interpolator and a decimator. Okay. In case of a upsampler, we are having upsampler here. Here HU of L, it is L. It is an anti-imaging filter. Okay, it is an anti-imaging filter. In order to reduce the aliasing effect, we have to use this filter. Okay, anti-imaging filter. That is the output of a upsampler. This upsampler together with anti-imaging filter is called as an interpolator. This HD of L is called an anti-aliasing filter. This downsampler, it is a downsampler. Anti-aliasing filter, it is an anti-imaging filter. It is an anti-aliasing filter. Normally, aliasing effect will occur in the in case of a downsampling. In order to avoid this aliasing effect, we are go with decimation. Okay, decimation process. Okay, what is decimation process means? Adding an filter. Adding an filter at the input. By adding a filter, we can easily avoid the effect of aliasing. So we can add this anti-aliasing filter. Aliasing effect will occur in the downsampler. In order to reduce that, we have to add the filter in the input of a downsampler. Okay, so it is called as an anti-aliasing filter. It is called as an anti-imaging filter. It is an input sampling rate. This is an output sampling rate. This y of m is an output. That what we are going to derive later. Okay, this is an output sampling rate. Okay, the output of upsampler is I into fx. This anti-imaging filter output is also I into fx. Finally, we get the output as fi equal to fx by d into I. Okay, we can proceed with see the equations. The frequency response of a anti-imaging filter. What is the frequency response of a? It is the anti-imaging filter now HU of L. The frequency response of anti-imaging filter is given as HU of omega is equal to omega is an angular frequency. Okay, I comma minus where I comma where omega is ranges from minus pi by I to plus pi by I, 0 otherwise. Frequency response of a anti-aliasing filter HD of omega equal to 1, where omega is ranges from minus pi by d to plus pi by d, 0 otherwise. Okay, these two are the equations. This is the anti-imaging filter. This is an anti-aliasing filter. Anti-aliasing filter. We have to remember this is a frequency response. No, so we are using angular frequency here. Okay, it is the actual block diagram. It is an actual block diagram. This actual block diagram will consist of two filters. One is anti-imaging filter and another one is the anti-aliasing filter. We are going to reduce this block diagram. This is the compressed version of the block diagram. Okay, in this particular block diagram, we have only one filter, that is low pass filter between the upsampler and a downsampler. It is an input sampling rate. Here having the V of k, it is an output of a upsampler. Low pass filter output is W of L. I into f of x equal to fv. It is an output of a low pass filter. Y of m. Okay, y of m we are going to derive now. Okay, fi equal to fx by d into I. It is an output. It is an input sampling rate fx. Okay, fi is the output sampling rate. Remember, frequency response of a combined filter is it is the we had already discussed about frequency response of anti-imaging filter. We had already know the equation of anti-imaging filter, anti-aliasing filter frequency response equation. We had already know. But this is the combined low pass filter is the combined filter of anti-imaging filter as well as anti-aliasing filter. Then the frequency response of combined filter is h of omega equal to I, where modulus of omega is less than or equal to minimum of pi by d comma pi by I, 0 otherwise. Okay, this is the frequency response of the combined filter, that is low pass filter. Okay, we have to derive the output equation for the y of m. This is a y of m. No, we have to derive the equation for the y of m. Y of m, output of a low pass filter. This is the equation of the low pass filter. See here, what is the output of a low pass filter? Omega of L. Omega of L is the output of low pass filter. So we can omega of L equal to summation k equal to minus infinity to infinity h of L minus k into Vk. This is the equation of a low pass filter. It is an output of a low pass filter. LPF stands for low pass filter. This is the particular equation that equal to summation k equal to minus infinity to infinity h of L minus ki into x of k. This is a particular equation. This particular equation is the output of the upsampler. Then output of downsampler is equal to y of m equal to w of md. W of md is the equation for the is the output equation for the downsampler. We have the output equation for the upsampler. We have the output equation for the low pass filter. This is the output equation for the downsampler. This is the output equation for the upsampler. Substitute substitute w of md. Substitute w of md in this particular equation. In place of L, we are see here w of L it is w of md. In place of L we have md here. So substitute in place of L, we are going to substitute md. That's why y of m, this w of md is equal to this w of md is also equal to w of L, that also equal to our output y of m. Then y of m is equal to substitute L equal to md in this particular equation. In place of L we are going to substitute md. That's why summation k equal to minus infinity to infinity h of, in place of L we are substitute md minus k into x of k. This is the our final equation that we are going to derive. It is the final equation. This is the output equation of the, this is the output sequence of equation that we have to remember. Okay, just remember this equation as a formula. This will be useful in the problems. Okay, the spectrum of input and outputs are related as this is the spectrum equation. Y of omega y equal to I by d into x of I by d into omega y, where modulus of omega y is less than or equal to minimum of pi comma d by I into pi, where 0 otherwise. Okay, 0 otherwise. This is the equation for the output equation. What our ultimate goal is, we have to derive this equation for the y of m in case of a sampling rate conversion by a rational factor. What is the basic idea? If you want to get 10.5, 10.6, 10.7 or any other rational values as in outputs, we are going to use this sampling rate conversion by a rational factor. Our ultimate aim is in this particular topic is we are going to derive the output equation for the y of m. That's why we are considering three equations: frequency response of anti-imaging filter, anti-aliasing filter, and this is the combined equation. For that output derivation for the output, we are considering the output of low pass filter, output of upsampler, and output of downsampler. This is the final output sequence equation. We can also write down the spectrums of input and outputs are related as, by using this relation we can relate the spectrums of inputs and outputs. I hope you had understood the concept. Okay, thank you.